What's up, guys? Chris from One More Cast. So I'm actually getting out here a lot later. First day of school back for the kids, so drops offs were a little hectic this morning, but got them all dropped off and everything. So I got out here a little bit later, but it's all right. So I'm trying out a spot that's a little bit closer to the schools, not as far as 19th Street or anywhere like that. I haven't fished this spot in a really long time. It's probably been close to almost a year since I fished here. I stopped fishing here because if I back up to there, it's a very long way to carry my kayak all the way down. It's a very narrow launch. Now that I have wheels, I wanted to take a chance and try to fish this place again. It's a lot easier to pull my kayak down here now. Before I'd have to carry it all the way down. And on a low tide, it goes like another 30 feet out from that water. So it just got really hectic to launch my kayak here unless I had someone else with me. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. It's a real late start, but I got a little game plan, and let's see if I can make something happen today. See you guys soon. Oh my god, that is a huge snook. I think he's got it. Got him. Oh yeah, this is a nice one. Come on, get some ground on him. There we go. That's a nice trout right there. Holy cow, look at this thing. We're gonna measure him up. That trout tickle right there, man. That color. I just got slammed on that color today, guys. That doesn't say something. Oh, that's a tarpon. Another reason I stopped using that kayak launch is because before, when I didn't have wheels, it'd take me a really long time to launch my kayak. Bunch of mullet right here, and that is probably, out of all the kayak launches I use, that is probably the worst one with mosquitoes. There's mosquitoes there even during winter time, and I forgot all about it until just now, and it only took me a little bit to launch there today. Garbage all over today. So there's definitely a lot of mosquitoes there, and I was getting tore up, so I was trying to hurry up and rush to get out on my kayak and out here. And even still, they followed me. A couple of them followed me out here. But using this launch, it prevents you from having to pay at Eldred's the park. It prevents you from having to pay to go over the toll bridge. And normally when I use this launch, I usually fish more of the east side, so I go to more southeast side of Boca, over on that side, over by Catfish Creek and stuff. I don't use this launch to get to the sandbar or anything like that. I only use it to fish over by Catfish Creek. There's a bunch of oyster bars over this way. Like I said, it's been a really long time since I've fished this area, and kind of excited to see how it's doing. I am still getting a later start. Normally I like to be on the water as the sun's coming up or before the sun comes up. But I've got a few hours to fish till kids get out of school. So this kayak launch, I mean, the amount of time it takes me to paddle from the launch to where I start fishing is only like 5 minutes. I see something schooling over here. Don't know what it is. Huh. It bumped me a few times. Probably ladyfish or something. Let's see if I can get in it again. It's a little bit deeper over there though. I might have to throw that 3/16 ounce one. There it is. There it is. Trout. Alright. Our first fish here for a while. Oh, little guy. Nothing too big. But got a little trout. Yeah. Alright, so let's get this guy off, that little new penny color. Little guy, small trout. Now, I don't know if you guys could see it in the video or not. If you ever come this way, and this is like 9 times out of 10, they're here. 9 times out of 10, every time I'd come here, I'd always see them. And it's like 3 or 4 manatees. They're always here in this area, and they always sit right there in the middle of that channel. Sometimes they'll come out, and I've had them come right up to my kayak before. But I seen them out there, well, before I started making casts. So just beware, there's manatees in this, because it drops off pretty deep right there. And between those 2 islands, it drops off really deep. So just be aware. You know, a lot of people ask me like, oh, you're not worried about the sharks or anything when you go out in your kayak? Sharks are my last worry. I worry about manatees, not because of the fact of they're hurting me or trying to attack me, but if you go over top of a manatee and you spook it, it will definitely flip your kayak. So it's getting really hot, and this area is pretty deep, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy. It's my trusty lure right here. Oh, something just blew up right here. Trusty lure right here. I love this thing. Uh-oh, I'm getting hit. Yeah, I'm getting hit. My drag's not set though. Should have waited to do that. I was getting, oh yeah. Something was all over it right there as soon as it hit the water. Let's see. So I thought it was 3/16 ounce, a little bit heavier. It might be ladyfish. If it's ladyfish, I might keep one. So yeah, that one kept slipping off pretty easy. So I've been using that one for a while. I actually cut it off a couple times too and put it back in my, something big just blew up out there. But yeah, I actually cut it off a few times and put it in my tackle box and reused it. So that is, I put the beer run on. That little bit of gold flake might help out. I'm gonna go ahead and get a drink of water though. I'm dying out here. It's hot. No wind, no clouds. It's gonna be a rough day, but you know what? Still gonna post this video, even if I only catch that one trout. I try to, usually on days where it's real slow fishing, I try to pack information in there. That way you get something out of it. You know, I love, like I've said it 100 times, I love fishing videos and watching people catch a fish, but honestly enjoy a lot more when I'm learning something from the video. You know, whenever they're giving tips, showing me lures, how to rig things. I mean, talking about the area while they're fishing. I enjoy those videos way more than just watching people catch fish. I enjoy watching them catch fish, but I enjoy the information even more. But I'm gonna get a drink of water and I'm gonna start fishing this. Try to get one of these ladyfish, and maybe if it's so hot on the back side of here, it drops off pretty good, I'll soak a piece of ladyfish in there. It's like a Florida thing. When you hear those guys, you're out walking around in the woods or something, you hear that, that's how you know it's really hot. Something's on it. I'm telling you, it's a school ladyfish. I might throw a spoon out there. Yeah, it's gotta be ladyfish. There it is. Yep, told you. That's the perfect size too. Let's keep him on. I brought my bait bucket too. Oh yeah. Oh no, get out from underneath there. Oh yeah, perfect size. We're gonna keep him. We're gonna throw him in the bait bucket. We're gonna keep you, bud. As much as I don't like catching ladyfish, we're keeping him. Oh, he jumped off. Come on, guy. They're all over my bait. There. Trout. Another trout. Another little guy. Alright, so real quick guys, I want to show you something to keep that I keep on me all the time. Sometimes that the Costa wipe doesn't really work that well, or any kind of wipe like that when you get it wet. I've learned that these things right here work great. It's like $3 for like 100 pack at Walmart, and I just keep them in my GoPro box. Keep a few of them with me. That ladyfish got water on the inside of my lenses, and when I went to wipe it off and dry it off, kind of smeared it, and now my glasses are all smudged. But all it is a little tiny wipe, and it cleans your glasses perfectly clean. I mean, it makes them look 100% again. And I just keep a few of them in my GoPro case, that way if I need them, I've got them. Because sometimes that rag just does not work great, especially if it gets wet, or if your hands are wet, it ends up just making a mess and you can't see, and your glasses are blurry. So I use these, and they make everything 100% again. I don't know what that is. Ain't like a snook. Yeah, it's a little snook. I knew this jerk shed would work. Little snook. Oh, there he goes. It got leader though. Got leader though. Can't frame me up at all, really. I got something. I think it's a little trout. Yeah, a little trout. I've never targeted ladyfish and caught trout. Oh, there he goes. So, got another trout. This one's actually a little bit better one. Better than the ones I've been catching. Feels like a trout again. Guys, when I tell you it's never been so hard to catch a ladyfish in my life. Like, I'm not complaining, I'm catching trout. Like, I'm catching game fish. Not big, but I'm still catching game fish, you know. So I'm not complaining about that, but it has never been so hard to catch a ladyfish in my life. Alright, I'm landing this guy. Oh my gosh, no. He fell right off. Ah. My scupper plug came out. Oh, that bird's got a fish. What's up, bud? You wanna catch a ladyfish for me? There we go. Oh my gosh, that's a trout. It's a trout. Come on. Alright, hang on. You only got one in your lip right now. We got one in there. Stop doing all that. Now you're gonna have more in you. Why are you making things hard on yourself? This is why I hate treble hooks. They tear up the fish's mouth. Really gotta start changing all these out again. Yeah, there it goes. I don't know what it is. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, he didn't eat it. I just hooked him. Hooked him in the side. I was about to get so angry. Oh, these guys, man. There he goes. Yeah, this hook was literally just like up underneath his barb. So it wasn't even hooked in him. It was just, I carried him in basically off of his fin. About to say, oh, I just lost snook. Didn't hit the button in time. That wasn't too bad. Alright, so I'm actually heading back now. I'm gonna go out around this way It's a little bit longer of paddle, not much, like maybe 0.2 miles, 0.3 miles more, as opposed to cutting through there and going straight across. Got a lot more wind this way, so it's actually keeping me kind of cool. Whereas if I go that way, it's going to be nothing but dry air, no wind, nothing. So I decided to come this way, and over there is so shallow right now. I want to be able to troll on my way back, so I'm trolling a paddle tail behind me just to get a couple more fish if I can. But that's how far that sandbar's out of the water now since this morning. Tide's gone out quite a bit. I think I'm at like a slack tide right now, so bite's dying off a little bit. Seen a couple redfish on the backside of that island though. Just, yeah, they're too spooked. If I threw at them, they kind of jolted. It was so dead and calm back there. Even throwing a jerk shad was kind of spooking them, so they just weren't eating. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start working my way back over there. Maybe catch a few fish along the way. I'd be very surprised if I don't catch it. Oh, there he goes. I'd be very surprised if I don't catch at least one fish trolling. I don't know what it is. Maybe a trout. Normally that's what I catch, that or ladyfish. Hasn't came to the top yet. It's another catfish. He's very upset. Yeah, another little trout. I figured if I didn't catch anything trolling, by the time I passed that oyster bed, actually, I was gonna just cut across. Yeah, I messed up your lip a little bit. Real small trout though. Definitely not somewhere I'd go for the tournament. I've never really caught quality fish here. I've caught a couple nice fish here, but nothing tournament worthy. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep trolling this and working my way back. Oh, I threw the hook. That was a nice snook. It was alright size. Yeah, that was a nice one. It was decent. And he hit it and took off. I thought I was into something nice. It wasn't that big, but he hit it and took off, so. Normally I work this a little bit slower, but I'm trying to work it hard to give it that flash and vibration. There, see? Trout. Working it harder because it gives off a little bit more vibration and gives it flashes a little bit more. I think, yeah, he let go. So I like doing inlines though. That's why I like doing inlines. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. It was an okay day out here, you know, for only coming out here for like 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. It wasn't a bad day. It was very, very hot. I think I drank 2.5 of those big like 1 liter water bottles. So a lot of times what I like to do is instead of bringing a bunch of small water bottles, I'll go okay, and they're usually like 2 for something, 2 for $4, and I get 4 of them and I'll throw them in my bag, and that's usually good. But I went through like 2.5 of them today. But yeah, it was an okay day out there. You know, I seen some redfish, I spooked them a lot. Seen some big snook that I spooked. I lost a couple snook, lost some trout, lost some ladyfish. I mean, definitely caught some fish today. Nothing quality, but you know, it was a good day. You know, get out here. It was just really hot. I mean, and I just started seeing clouds in the sky as I started coming back to the ramp. So I want to show you guys real quick. Another reason I really don't like this ramp using it is because on a low tide, for this morning the water was like up to here-ish roughly. On a low tide, this stuff is nasty. It's mucky. You can see where my wheels went through it. And this is a nasty kayak launch, I'm not gonna lie. It smells. There's mosquitoes everywhere, and this mud is disgusting. I mean, it's like all over my shoes, my Crocs. So whenever I go to the car wash to wash down my kayak, I usually just spray myself down, because especially when I come here, the bottom of my kayak's usually all muddy and nasty. I mean, this is a really nasty kayak launch, but it's the easiest kayak launch to use to get to Catfish Creek and those oyster bars over there. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So if you do end up coming this way, just know this is a very nasty kayak launch. I mean, and then if you are carrying it, this is a pretty, I mean, it's a pretty steep hill to go up that. And when I used to have to carry, that's one reason I stopped. You know, even with me being a little younger still, it was hard for me to carry my kayak up that hill by myself. I mean, my kayak stripped down weighs like 80 pounds. So once I have stuff in it, I mean, that's where it ends up getting a little bit heavier. So it's probably about almost 90 to 100 pounds with stuff in it. And then I'd carry everything else, my coolers, everything like that. I'd carry that down. So it was just got to be a hassle. And when I'd have to pick it up from down there and carry it up there, the bottom of my kayak, everything would get muddy, and I'd get mud all over my clothes. It was just a mess. So that's why I stopped using it. Now that I have wheels, I wanted to try it out. It wasn't that bad with wheels, honestly. It was fairly easy. Coming down was very easy. Then going up, I mean, it wasn't hard pulling up the hill at all. So it's just when I got out, putting my wheels on down there, the bottom of my kayak, everything's muddy. So it's definitely a nasty kayak launch. But like I said, it was an all right day out there. Could have been better, could have been worse. Like I said, I had a fun day. I got out there a little bit later. This is the first day of school for the year. So dropping off kids at school on the first day of school tends to take a little bit longer than normal. But you know, I got out here, caught some fish, had fun, and now I'm just ready to, you know, it's already loaded up, got my kayak loaded up, ready to rinse it down, probably get something small to eat and wait for the kids to get out of school. But yeah, like I said, if you guys ever want to try this launch, use it. Like I said, it is muddy, it is nasty, it smells, there's a lot of mosquitoes. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification out at the bottom so you're notified when I post a new video. And remember guys, there's always time for one more cast. I'll see you later.